Hello guys. Today I want us to look at a breaker block, and the chart in front of you is Euro USD. And when you look at this chart, we took this trade on last year, December. One thing that you can see very clearly is this side here. If you're keen enough, you should see that. It's buy side liquidity being swept at this zone. Let me this plug, increase the size. Yeah, I hope that is visible. You can even add thickness of this line. Yeah, so price after a long jagged price here, finally it took this high, and if you look down here, so I have this almost relative equal lows here, but I can take this all the way to this cell. That is a sell side liquidity. Sell side liquidity, bottom left. Yeah, so this is the chart I want us to look at. So I want to incorporate a breaker block and a unicorn model, which is something a number of you have seen happen. There's nothing new here. I'm just summarizing things that have been taught so far by ICT. So there's nothing new. It's just the same things from a different voice. So look at this. So we have this high here, we have this low, then we have a higher high. We have this. We have this low here. Using this one because they makes work look a bit clean than drawing a number of lines. Yeah, look at that's a high, low, a higher high. So what he said, when price has taken a key level, like this one here, an old high in the form of buy side liquidity, our work is now to look at if price was to come back all the way up to this last up close candle that took out this high, that was to be an order block. That now even this series of up close candle, that is also an order block or change instead of delivery. So we have a market structure shift. I want to zoom in this one here, now that you know what has happened on the other side, so that we can concentrate on this area, because this is where my interest is for today. Yeah, so we hit a high, a low, a high, a high. We see this series of down close candle. When price closed above, I want you to think about it this way. When price closed above, you were bullish, then this one were to act as an order block. Price was to come there and continue higher if we were bullish. But now, because we are bearish, these order blocks, price never respected them. They closed below it after taking out liquidity. So this series of up close candles, all of these ones, you mark them like that. Let's reduce this. We can use even a different color. Use this one. Yeah. Yeah. So this down close candle prior to liquidity sweep, that is a breaker block. I want you to consider this candle here. After liquidity sweep on a higher time frame, and you see this breaking below a short-term low, that is a market structure shift. If you are keen enough, this is 2022 model in play here. Very sweet. Yeah, like that. So when price closes below this short-term low here, swing low, my eyes goes into this displacement leg here. What do you see? I want to make the chart dirty. Do you have that? To change the color to red. You have that low and this. What is that? That's a big bearish FEG. So we have a breaker plus an FEG. That is a perfect unicorn. Why? We had already taken a buy side liquidity above here. Let me bring this top right. Yeah, see that? So we have taken buy side liquidity. We have expanded lower away from after taking out the liquidity. We have caused a market structure shift. We have left an imbalance here. And if you look keenly, let me show you something here. Look at this. I want to add a middle line there. Look at this. So, yeah. So I know some of you be like, this is it. The bodies after the market structure shift are respecting 50% of the breaker, and also they never closed above this breaker. Sometimes they can close above the breaker, which is still okay, but at least if the failure to do so, that is something commendable to tell you that we are no longer interested on this upside move, but rather on the downside move. So this clearly, when you're looking at this, my friends, this is a perfect unicorn. Like, this is amazing. This is amazing. If and you look at what time we are taking it out high, this is the London session. If this confirms, when the moment it got into this break and then impulsively moved lower, closing below this is another block. It's a confirmation now that we no longer going up again. So this high here should be protected. High together. If you zoom into lower time frame, you can even get better entries. But the moment I find an entry like this, I really don't have to worry too much. You go to 15 minutes, 5 minutes and all that, you still find an entry. But this also is a perfect entry during London session, and then you expect price to continue lower during New York session. So the three things for you to get a better unicorn: you need to have a liquidity pool that has been swept. That can be an old high or an old low. If it's an old high, that is a buy side liquidity. If it's an old low, that is a sell side liquidity. And then we have this move here. You really want to see this, a very energetic move away from what? From after taking out liquidity. A sweep causing market structure shift. Anything that remains there. So this down close candle, that's a breaker. We have a CB there, the fair value gap in form of a CB. Then I love this. Look at what is happening. All these bodies are remaining on the lower half of the breaker. This is amazing. If you can see this, that is it. There are things that look simple, but the way you handle them is what differentiate you from the rest. You need to be patient and let it come to you. Imagine somebody who sold earlier here. See this? This is 8. But if you wait inside kill zones, your work is easier. The drawdown is not going to be so massive like somebody who, because it's an FEG breaker there and then he bought here. If it's not strong enough to, weather this and accept this move up before drop, he can actually close this if he had placed the stop loss above here. And funny thing about these markets, the moment you close, that's when you see the real move happening. So it's good to lose when you followed your rules. That is more better than when you never followed your rules. Guys, thank you for this, and may God bless you. Goodbye.